Hi, Poppy Yeager here with This Day in History. May 7th, 1763. Pontiac's rebellion begins. It begins when the Ottawa chief Pontiac attacked or led an attack on the British fort in Detroit. Unfortunately, they were unable to take the fort, so they laid siege to it. Pontiac's rebellion came about because of the French and Indian War. The French were defeated, and the Native Americans were not happy with the British. The British were perceived as being worse than the French. So Pontiac went about to form a confederacy of Native American tribes that stretched from Lake Superior to the lower Mississippi. He had a great deal of support initially, at least in that region. And what they planned to do was take the forts that were British, that were run by the British, and then slaughter people living in settlements nearby. That was the plan. Shortly before Pontiac planned to attack the fort in Detroit, he held a war council. And they had the plan where they were going to go to the fort under a flag of peace, and then they were going to attack. However, unfortunately for them, the British found out about the plan. So when they got there, they were unable to take the fort. They surrounded it instead. While they were trying to take Fort Detroit, another group of Native Americans was trying to take Fort Pitt in Pennsylvania. The plan was to take forts in not only those two forts, but forts also in New York, Michigan, Maryland, and Virginia. And while the Native Americans have some successes with some of the forts, and they wiped out the garrisons, they were unable to take Fort Detroit and Fort Pitt. So unfortunately, Pontiac's rebellion was put down when the British sent out armies to squash it. Anyway, that's This Day in History, May 7th, 1763. Pontiac's rebellion began.